Here with Coach Winters for Week 6 of the Locker Room Report. 3 straight wins. Coming back from Northern Michigan is always a lot easier after a W. 27-14 over the Wildcats. What were you happy most after that game?
Great defense, dominating defense. We gave up 14 points. One was a kickoff return, and one was an interception inside the 10-yard line. So really the defense couldn't have played any better than what they did. They were fantastic. Should have had a shutout. And when you have a dominant defense, you have a dominant football team.
We'll talk about that defense a little bit later, but we'll start with the rushing attack. Deontay Nicholas and King Sanders, among others, 358 yards on the ground. That group, plus the O-line, really controlled the entire game.
Yeah, there's no question about that. I think Deontay averaged 8.3. I think King averaged 9. That's impressive. And, James Hill didn't have the average, but he also had the short yardage runs and the goal line runs. So
he hit him in the face.
Yeah, exactly right. So between the three of them, we had outstanding play at the position. But it starts with the O-line, tight ends, and fullbacks. I mean, those guys dominated that football game without question.
The first score came on an 18-play, 9:54 drive. I'm still in the midst of research, but that's the longest that I've found in program history. Definitely the longest in terms of plays and time in the last 20 years. Talk about, obviously you want to score quicker than that. But that really let Northern Michigan know that they were going to get hit in the mouth over and over and over again.
Yeah, you know what? That's a little bit of who we are. We want to be physical. We've got a really great speed, so drives like that aren't going to happen very often. But also, I think we had a couple of penalties that we lost some yardage there. Mm-hmm. But it was fun. You're calling plays. The guys are making the plays. The offensive line, they love it. Yeah. And watching the film afterwards with the offensive linemen, they're smiling ear to ear. So it's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, exactly.
Going back to that speed, Derice Roberson, 2 more touchdowns. In your opinion, because I know what I think, is he the toughest to guard in the GLIAC? Toughest matchup?
I think he's an extremely tough matchup. I think that part of why he's so tough is because you have to put 2 guys on him. Yeah. I don't think one guy can cover him, but when you put 2 guys on him, that really hurts you in the run game. So we're going to run the football probably more than we're going to throw it. So it gives us really, when we're throwing the ball to him, it's usually when we want to, mm-hmm. and
not when you have to.
Well, exactly, and it's usually one-on-one at that point. Mm-hmm. So he's a tough cover. He's so fast.
Yep. Going back to that defense that you highlighted earlier, in the second half especially, no points, 44 yards, 4 first downs in the second half. Just they sealed the deal for the game.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. They're just, fantastic at this point. And I think they've improved every week, which is incredible because we've played some.
Brandon Tuck-Hayden was kind of the individual standout on D.
Yeah, and you know what? He's been the standout pretty much every week. Yeah. One of the standouts. Leon is the production guy. Mm-hmm. Does a great job for us. But overall, we're playing swarming, fast defense, and that's all you can ask for.
Ferris State coming to town for homecoming. Not your typical homecoming opponent. Usually the homecoming opponent's towards the bottom of the league. This is one of the teams towards the top of the nation. Talk about Ferris State and kind of what they're bringing here on Saturday.
Ferris is a great football team, great talent, has not lost a lot of games in the last couple of years. Yeah. And it's going to be a big challenge. They haven't played here in a long time.
Yeah, 2012.
I think so, something along those lines. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be fun to play at home finally. Yeah. It's been so many years that we've gone to Ferris, and we've had some good games. We've come up short. We came up short last year, but that was a fantastic game, and I think we had the lead late in that game. And
we did, yeah.
We just have to find a way to put it over the top.
Give us a few keys to victory, things that need to happen maybe early on that you're kind of going in the right direction.
If we go down and take a 18-play, 9-minute drive, things are going extremely well. We'll be really happy with that. But ultimately, we've got to be able to run the football from an offensive standpoint, and we've got to be able to get Derice the ball. because he's going to make some special plays. And our defense has to continue playing the way they play. If our defense is swarming and creating turnovers, creating loose footballs on the ground, we'll feel pretty good about who we are.